بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، نرحب بكم أعزائنا طلاب وطالبات الصف 11 في حلقة جديدة من حلقات درس على الهواء ومادة اللغة الإنجليزية المادة الأساسية. قبل بداية هذه الحصة نحب أن نهنئكم ببداية الشهر الفضيل، عاده الله علينا وعليكم وعلى جميع المسلمين بالخير واليمن والبركات. إضافة إلى ذلك، في ملاحظة أخرى، توقيت البرنامج راح إن شاء الله يكون بيتغير في شهر رمضان المبارك، وراح يعرض تباعا في طوال الحلقة بإذن الله. Now we will shift to English language. Welcome dear students of grade 11, the core curriculum. And today we would like to take theme 2, sources of inspiration. So in today's session, we will cover 2 units. Unit 4, Coach Potato, and Unit 5, Great Stories. So I would like you, dear students, to open your course book, page 24 to 25, and workbook. We will cover workbook pages 22 to 23. And then we will move to Unit 5, the same thing for course book and workbook. So we will cover 2 units. We hope we can finish 2 units together today. All right, dear students, are you ready? All right, then let's get started. So as you can see, the couch potato with somebody who is sitting on the couch or on the sofa and watching TV, but not doing any physical exercise and eating a lot, like eating unhealthy food, let's say. Okay, then Unit 5 will talk about stories. So before we start our session today, I would like to mention the objectives of our session today. All right. So by the end of this session, you will be better able to use language associated with television programs, which means that you will learn some TV programs related vocabulary. Number 2, you will listen to some some text for specific information, and then I will give you some techniques on how to deal with listening questions in the final exam. And number 3, you will be able to analyze a book or a story review. All right. So are you ready, students? So let's get started with theme 2, Unit 4 first. So now I would like you to look at Unit 4 of theme 2, Coach Potato. What does it mean, Coach Potato, this one? Coach Potatoes, what does it mean? So you have some alternatives here. Look at the title of the article below. What do you think a coach potato means? So you have got 4 options here. Someone who likes cooking and reading, someone who enjoys active sport and hobbies, someone who spends their free time in front of television, someone who doesn't play sport but enjoys other hobbies. So what do you think, dear students? Can you just give you some hints here? Somebody who is watching TV and eating a lot of like potatoes or some kind of fast food. Excellent, dear students. So somebody or someone who spends their free time in front of TV, this one. So in this one, you will just be able to read some facts about Coach Potatoes and how this expression be used. Okay, so you will read this text at home, and you will just read it for details and underline any important vocabulary. Then you can just translate it. So the most important thing is that you know the meaning of the expression Coach Potato. So Coach Potato kids, it means that kids who are sitting on the couch or on the sofa eating a lot of potatoes or crisps or any fast food and watching TV without doing any exercise. All right, students? So let's move to another one. All right, so we'll deal with this one. Can't move this one. All right, so let's. All right. So now, dear students, okay, we'd like you to go to your course book, page 25, activity number 2. So this is a listening task. So write the numbers from 1 to 8 in your exercise book, from 1 to 8, all right? Write it in your exercise book or any piece of paper, any empty kind of piece of paper, and listen to 8 students talking about their free time activities. So it will be kind of a listening task. So I would like you to be really careful listening to all these 8 different sentences by some different students. Okay, as you listen, find the activities. So you will have to find the activities from A to L, all right? So the first one has been done for you. This one has been done for you, all right? So I'd like you to think about number 2, 3, 4 to number 8. Okay, are you ready, students? Okay, now let's get started, please. Okay, ready?
Listening, 2.4.1. Listen to these 8 teenagers talking about activities they enjoy doing in their free time.
1. I go out with my friends a lot. We like going shopping. Even if we don't have any money, we go window shopping.
2. I like playing computer games with my friends. We spend time at each other's houses trying out the latest games.
3. I'm a huge sports fan. I'm a member of the school football team.
4. I love watching TV. I get very tired after school, and I always turn on the TV as soon as I get home. My favorite programs are soap operas.
5. I do a lot of reading. I especially enjoy historical novels and science fiction.
6. I love cooking. It's my passion. I'm always in the kitchen trying out new recipes. Oh, and I like gardening too.
7. I enjoy playing tennis 3 times a week. I usually have tennis tournaments at the weekends as well.
8. I don't have a lot of free time because I have so much homework. But when I'm to music, I spend a lot of time downloading music from the internet.
All right, dear students, have you got all the answers correct? Okay, now let's check your answer, please, together. Okay, number 1 has been done for you. It was what? J. Going shopping. Okay, let's see number 2, please. Okay, number 2. So number 2 will be playing computer games, okay? So I'd like you to check your scores, please. Check your answer and check how many correct answer you got, all right? Number 3, it will be about playing football, all right? So let's see number 4, it was about watching TV. Let's see number 5, it was about reading. Yeah, number 6, cooking. Number 6, they mentioned 2 kind of activities for number 6, by the way. They mentioned both cooking and gardening, okay? Gardening means to take care of the gardens, you know, water them and taking care of the plants and trees, okay? Number 7, playing tennis. And the last one was listening to music. So those activities, they didn't mention, like B, dancing, K, swimming, and D, painting. So listening is very important when you're listening for some specific information. Try to read the instruction first, read the questions, try to understand, and then listen. When you listen, try to focus on the questions and answer accordingly. All right, dear students, now let's go to another exercise, please. Now we have another listening task for you. Read the list below this listening task in your course book, page 25, activity number 3. Read the list below of types of TV programs and program titles. Those are types of programs here, and those are programs titles. Okay, listen to some teenagers talking about the programs they like. Okay, write the letter of each type of program and the corresponding number for the program title in your exercise book. The first one, as usual, has been done for you, the discussion, the debate of the work. So the debate of the week is a discussion program, this one here. Okay, so you'll just create some sentences about each type of program and the program title. Debate of the week is a discussion program. So let's check the other options. I'd like you now to listen carefully, please, and give me the number for each one. Okay, are you ready, students? All right, then, let's start, please. Doesn't work, this one. All right. Still not responding, and let's go back to check again. All right, now let's listen. All right, I'd like you to listen carefully, please.
Listening, 2.4.2.
I really like discussion programs. They're so interesting, especially Debate of the Week.
Well, I love watching comedy series. My favourite one is Friends.
I like reality shows. I think Pop Idol is great.
Really? I can't stand reality shows. I like documentaries, like the National Geographic wildlife programs.
Boring. I like the sports channel. My favourite programme is Football Focus. I can find out what's happening in the English Football League every weekend.
Now that's what I call boring. I hate sports programmes. But I love lifestyle shows, like Fashion World.
Do you? I prefer quiz shows, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh no! Detective dramas like Law and Order are much more exciting.
All right, dear students, let's check the answer together. Then you can, maybe later, you can check the channel on YouTube, and then you can pause and go back and listen again to just practice your listening, please. Now let's check the answer together, please. So for number one has been done for you. It was a discussion. So discussion is debate of the week is a discussion program. Okay, so let's see number 2. It was about the commentary. Okay, so the commentary, you can just say National Geographic Wildlife is a discussion, is a documentary program. Okay, you can just write some sentences, of course. Let's go to number 3, a quiz show. See, if you can see here, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, this one, it is what kind of a quiz show. So you can say what? You can say Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is a quiz show program. All right. So let's check number 4, detective drama. And number 5 was reality show. Number 5, reality show. Number 6 was about sports. Number 7 was comedy series. And the last one is lifestyle TV, cooking, travel, etc. Okay, so you will just, if you just want another example, you can say for number 8, Fashion World is a lifestyle TV program. Okay, Fashion World is a lifestyle TV program. It's mentioned like they just show kind of cooking or traveling things. Okay, that's all about this listening task, dear students. Now let's move to another exercise, another task. Now, dear students, this task number 4 in your course book, page 25, activity 4 and 5 has been cancelled. This one and number 5. Okay, but this one is very important, like sound bites. When you ask for an opinion, you can say, what do you think about? What do you think about traveling abroad, for example, there. Number 2, what's your view on? What's your view on learning online or studying online? Number here, when you give an opinion, how do you feel about? How do you feel about driving a car for a long distance? When you give an opinion, you can use different expressions. In my view, I think that, I believe that, those are very important in speaking or in writing maybe. Okay, for expressing agreement, you either say I agree or absolutely or definitely or I couldn't agree more. You can just use those for expressing agreement. Okay, for expressing agreement. If you want to express disagreement, the opposite mean, you can say I'm sorry but I can't agree with you. Okay, when somebody says something to you, you can just if you want to disagree with him or with her, you can say I'm sorry but I can't agree with you, or you can say I'm not sure about that. It means that you don't agree with him or with her. Okay, or you can mention sorry, I don't think that's right. You can just mention something to show that you disagree with a statement or with what they say. Okay, this is really important for speaking especially. Okay, now let's move to question A, page 22. Actually, this is really important, but we will just go through this really quickly. Okay, so do you think that the couch potato, if you are a couch potato, it means that you are sitting for a long time watching TV and eating some kind of potatoes or crisps and not doing any regular exercise or physical exercise. So let's read the question. Complete the questionnaire. It means a set of questions you have to answer below and find out, circle the answer that applies to you. So you will think about each question for yourself. How many hours of television do you watch every day? More than 2 hours? Less than 2 hours? You can circle. You can just read all the questions, circle what is suitable for you. All right, and then we will just calculate all the scores to see whether you are a couch potato or not. Okay, so let me just answer this. Every student might get different answers, of course. How many hours of television do you watch every day? Let's say less than 2 hours. Okay, then we will calculate. If your answer is B, see, you will get 2 points. Let me calculate here. We will say number 2. So I got 2 marks here. Do you watch television before you go to school? I never watch television before I go to school. So I will say C. What is the score for C? So I got here 0. And you will do the same, dear students. Okay. Number 3. Do you watch television when you come home from school? Yes, I sometimes watch TV. Okay. So for B also 2 marks. So then you will calculate all the points you get there. Number 4. Do you watch television at meal time? Meal times means during your eating, for example, the main meal, for example, let's say breakfast or lunch or dinner. Do you watch TV while you are eating your main meal? Yeah, I will say sometime. For sometime, the point is 2. Then you can calculate for you. Number 5, do you watch television and do your homework at the same time? Actually, for me, I can't do this, watching TV and doing my homework. I don't know about you, but you can just pick the suitable answer. I will say never. For never, I will get 0 point. So if I calculate 2 here, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus, let's say, 0. The total is 2 and 2, 4, and 2 here, 6. If you go to number 6, there is no number 6 here, no 6 here. From 0 to 6, congratulations, you are definitely not a couch potato. It means that you are not addicted to watching TV and eating at the same time. You are not eating some kind of potatoes and not doing like physical exercise, but watching TV all the time on the sofa. You sometimes watch television, but you usually find it more interesting things to do. You have a very healthy approach, okay, to watching television. you can calculate the same for you. Okay, that's it about this lovely questionnaire. You can apply it at home and you can just practice circling the best answer for you. All right, so let's move to another one. Here, write some sentences in your workbook, activity 2, page 23. Write some sentences about your television watching habits. Okay, on the writing lines below, use information from the question. The questionnaire that we have already answered before, there are some questions. You can just write some sentences. Like, for example, number 1 here. I watch about 1 hour of television every day. It means I sometimes watch TV, for example, or I always use the adverbs of frequencies here. Always, never, sometimes, okay? I always watch television before I go to school. So what about you, dear students? We can say, I never watch television before I go to school. This is another example. Or I sometimes watch television when I do my homework. I sometimes, or I usually, or I never, or you can just use your own. So I have some different sentences here. We will mention them together. This is really good practice for writing, okay? So number 1, I never watch television before I go to school. Number 3, I sometimes watch television when I come back from school. Okay. Number 4, I always watch television at meal times. I always. Maybe you can say, I sometimes watch television at meal time. All right. So let's move to another one. Last one, I never. See, I apply most of the adverbs of frequencies here, like never, sometimes, always, never. You can mention more like usually. All right. So I never watch television and do my homework at the same time. You can just do the same, or you can just change those. I put them in red. So this is really an important thing to do, like good to improve your writing. All right, dear students, let's move on. So this one is in your workbook actually, also, activity number 3, page 23. Complete the sentences with words and phrases in the box below. We have different phrases, different words. You can just read them, try to understand them. If you don't know the meaning of any of the words, you can just go to your dictionary and translate them. Try to look up the meaning of unknown words or difficult words in your own dictionary, or you can just go to any kind of translator. Okay. So if you don't know the meaning while you are in the exam, you can just predict the meaning from the context, meaning that you can just read before the dash or after the dash, so that you will see what is missing here. Is it a verb, or is it a noun, or adjective? So it will give you a hint about what is missing. So that's why we mentioned that the parts of speech are really important. You have to distinguish between the parts of speech. So I will give you sometimes, try to just number or try to answer those questions. Okay, so number 1, view. For me, not sure, you are right, that's not right. Agree, absolutely, disagree, don't think so, and think. Number 1 has been done for you. In my view, TV is a complete waste of time. What do you think? Tim, this is a conversation between Lucy and Tim. Tim said, I am what? What do you think, dear students? Okay, let's do this together. I am not sure about that. I can't be very entertaining. It can't be very entertaining. Okay, let's go to another one. Lucy say, I'm sorry, I can't. What? What is missing here? I can't agree with you. Very good, dear students. I can't agree with you. He said, I think there should be more documentaries. Number 5. Oh yes, you are right, and more news program. Let's go to another. I am sorry, I am completely what? I am completely disagree. So this is the opposite of agree. I completely disagree. There are too many news programs and soap operas and chat shows. Yes, absolutely, or yes, definitely. All right. Tim said, for me, there aren't enough sport programs. And Lucy said, and for me, there are too many. So it shows how people are different in showing their points of view about to agree or disagree with the statement or the sentences or any ideas you are talking about. All right, that's all about this lovely exercise, dear students. Let's go to another one. This exercise has been cancelled this year, so let's move to another exercise. Now we are reaching Unit 5, please. Great stories. This is a lovely unit here. By the end of Theme 2, you will find something about great stories here. Activity number 1, course book, page 26. In group, we don't have groups, of course. Discuss the question. We'll discuss them all together here. What types of stories are there? Adventure, science fiction, drama, classic. You can just mention the types of different stories you got in mind. What kind of stories do you enjoy? I like, for example, let's say adventure stories because they are very entertaining or they are very interesting for me. Okay, so you will have to choose one kind of the stories and you say why you like it, or why you dislike it. For example, if you don't like kind of stories. Okay, so we have different kind of stories. I mentioned most of them: adventure stories, science fiction, mystery, historical, crime, spy, detective, thriller, ghost, and romance. Okay, and you got some kind of classic, maybe classic stories. Okay, and there we have a question here. You can just say the sentences. I like crime and detective stories because they are very interesting. You can choose one of the points here, one of the types, and you say why. If you like crime, if you like, for example, let's say historical, you can mention the reason why. I like historical stories because blah, blah, blah. You can mention the reason why. All right? So this is like an exercise for you to practice writing and speaking. For this one, my favorite type of stories is, what is your favorite? You can mention what is your favorite here. I will choose, like, let's say the first one here, my favorite. You can say adventure, adventure. Adventure, because you can mention the reason. So this is a lovely exercise to practice both speaking and writing. All right? Thank you very much. Let's move to another one. This is a nice story. It's called Moby Dick. Okay, read the review. This is in page 26, activity 2. Read the review of the classic novel. This is a classical novel. It's called Moby Dick. As you read, look for the answers to the following question. And did the writer of the review, listen carefully, this you have to focus. Did the writer of the review enjoy Moby Dick? The writer who wrote this story, did he enjoy or did she enjoy the story? And where can you find this? You find it, yes, very good. You can just find it by the end of the story. The writer or the author might express his feeling towards the story, whether he like it or not. Which part of the review tell you this? We will mention right now. Okay, this is a nice story. You can just read it at home and underline any kind of new vocabulary for you, and just check the unknown words and look them up in a dictionary so that you have to just improve your kind of vocabulary, and it will be good for you to use all these vocabulary either in speaking or in writing. All right, so this is a kind of lovely story. Let's move to the question here. Okay, so look at these headings. Find the information in the review of Moby Dick in activity 2. What is the title and the author? Where is the title and the author? Can you find? You can go back in your course book. See, this is the course book. This is the title, Moby Dick. Okay, Moby Dick is one of the world's greatest adventure stories. It was written by American author. What is his name? Herman Melville. This is the author name. So it is really important to find the title of the story or the title of the book when you write a review or a summary about that lovely story or book. So this is the title and this is the author or the writer. Okay, so let's go back again. Types of book. What types of book is this? The Moby Dick. Can you see this? You can just enjoy watching or enjoy reading this lovely story if you haven't read it before. type of story, whether it is adventure or crime. We mention the types of the story, and then you can mention the characters. Characters, what, who is there in the story, okay? And then you can mention the events in the story. What happened? The writer's opinion. What is the writer's opinion about this this book or this story? Okay. Now let's go and give you this whole summary about this lovely story. The title of the author, this one. The type of the book, it is adventure story. And the characters, Ismail, the storyteller, Captain Ahab, and Moby Dick. The events in the story, those are the events. Okay, the hunt for Moby Dick, the eventual finding of Moby Dick, and the attack on him, sinking of the Bigfoot. Okay, the writer's opinion, you can find the writer's opinion by the end of the story or by the end of the paragraph there. The writer's opinion of the book, he liked it because it is a very exciting and powerful story, which is also very interesting. If you go back, if we go back a bit, we can find that he said this one. See, because I would like to recommend it. See, he said, I would like to, who enjoys adventures, stories, and tales of the sea. I would definitely recommend. He said, I would recommend this story for other readers. Okay. All right. All right. Let's move to another one. This one is ready. You can just read this one. Here is some useful language to help you. It is about, you can just mention the presentation about this lovely exercise. Okay, dear students? And now this one is like a reading. Another, this is the title, key item. Another science fiction story. You can just read and find who is the character and who is the author there. And we will answer this together because we are running out of time. So for A, the writer's opinion, it will be number 4. This is, we can just answer this lovely exercise together, and just I underline the details why the answer is like this. You can find it in the text as it is mentioned here. All right. So let's move to another one. You don't have a partner. What kind of story? You can just practice speaking. Who is the author? What happens? And what are the main characters? So this one is like a book or a story review. I mentioned here a story about Oliver Twist. Okay, and this is a very famous and interesting story. It was written by Charles Dickens, the author. The genre is classic. The setting, it was in London in the 19th century. And those are the plot, what happens in the story, the main character, and then whether you enjoy it or not, and would you recommend it or not. So if you enjoy this story, you can say, I enjoy this story because what is there, okay? So now let's go to the competition time. I'd like you to open Kahoot together, please. Yes, I would like you to just download the Kahoot program, or you can just go to kahoot.it. We will mention like a story, like what we call it here, competition for you quickly. Okay, just give me some time to just prepare it for you, and then we will go immediately to the competition. All right. All right, dear students, are you ready? Good. So let's do this together. Okay, dear students, now I'd like you to get ready for this one. Are you ready? So I will give you the pin code right now. I'd like you to just go to kahoot.it or if you use your iPad or tablet or any kind of mobile phone, I'd like you to pick up the correct answer quickly. It is kind of revision for grammar and vocabulary in theme 2. All right? Now I would like to give you the pin code. We would like to do it as fast as possible, please. Okay? Now we will get the pin code for you. So we are waiting for the players or the competitors for this lovely and interactive game of Kahoot. You can go either to kahoot.it, or if you downloaded the program to your mobile phone or iPad, you can use it immediately by putting the pin code here. Okay, the pin code is 1041013. We are waiting for some players. Okay, I try to write your name in English. This is kind of an English class. You can just practice writing your name in English. It will be good for you. All right. All right. So we will reach, let's say, maybe 50 students. Then we will start because we are running out of time. All right. All right. Now we are reaching about 31 students and waiting for more. Some students, maybe they are sleeping right now. And maybe they can just join us later. All right, the pin code will be shown. All right, let's get started, please. Some easy questions, by the way, so kind of practice for you. We'll see the winner by the end of this competition. All right, number 1, to make a ship, a plane, or the travel in a particular direction, you can use what? The word. What is the correct word? Drive, navigate, review, control. Those words are from theme 2, by the way. And just think and pick the correct answer, please. Okay, you got 5 seconds. Let's go to another one. Khalid was the first one. Okay, let's go to second question. I haven't visited my grandmother for or since. This is the differences. You have to distinguish between the use of for and since. When do you use for and when do you use since? I haven't visited my grandfather dash last month. Is it for or since? Good, we got almost 30. All right, good. Good, students. Let's move on. Mus'ab was the first for the second question. Long journey, especially by boat or into the space. Is it voyage or picnic? Voyage or picnic? You can just pick one, please. Good. Let's move on. All right, so let's move. I relaxed near the beach 5 days since ago for yet. What's the correct answer? The correct answer is, yes, we have taken this one, I think even from last year's. Yes, very good. This one is the correct one, the blue one. Go. Let's go to another one. Okay, the accurate copy of something. What's the word that means the accurate copy of something? Exact copy of something. Formal, Ujigi, and debate or replica. Which one of these? Good, students, very good. We'd like it to be to work and to just pick the answer as quick as possible. Okay, Fatma has been playing. Fatma has been playing the piano for or yet since ago 2017. What's the correct answer? Fatma's been playing the piano since 2017. Very good. This is how to distinguish between the use of since and for. Very good. Let's move on. Good. Salim is dash in playing computer games. This is the differences of using the adjective ending with ing or the adjective ending in ed. Interesting or interested. Salim is what? Interested in playing computer games. Very good, students. Let's move on. Number 8. We got 2 more questions to go. My friend needs to practice more because he has a lack dash physical exercise. There is a certain preposition you use after the word lack. Certain preposition. What kind of preposition here? In, on, of, or with? Yes, very good. Lack of. Excellent, students. Let's move on. The one before the last. Condition when someone is too fat or overweight in a way that is dangerous for their health. You have taken this one. Diabetes or obesity. You can just pick one. This is very easy. Give you some more time and then we will finish our competition for today. The last question. Mus'ab is at the top. Salma usually to school by bus. Salma goes, going, went. And we use the adverb of frequency usually. It means that something daily, repeated all the time. This is like a habit for her. Salma usually. It means third person. You can use S here. Very good. Salma goes. So let's see the winner. And then... Okay, Arwa was in third place. Thank you very much. And 3862 was Mus'ab, number 2. And for number 1, who was the winner here, 007. Thank you very much. And let's very good, very good. Let's go. Thank you for watching. And I'd like to wish you all the best. And Ramadan Mubarak, inshallah. Thank you very much. And have a wonderful day.